I said 10:42 on a Friday night in the back of the club is where it all started for me. Not literally, like my parents conceiving me, but if life had a social media, I'm sure it'd soon be deleting me. Mama said never cry over spoiled milk, but fuck it, I'ma purposely spill this tea. This wasn't the first time I ever visited this club. Although the lights and crowd was the same, I was getting a different type of love. You know the type. The love where you got a little name for yourself and people start to ass kissing. You know the love. Where you struggle for years, finally pop, now everybody suddenly believed in the vision. Yeah, that type of love. But something about you, Goddess, was different. When I talk about myself, how you actually will listen. When you call me pet names and that light in your eyes would glimmer. My first time seeing your body in that dress that night, I already knew what I wanted for dinner, but I'm thinking the whole time, maybe it was the liquor, but it wasn't. But I'm thinking the whole time, maybe it was the liquor, but it wasn't. Or was it? Intoxicated language, I knew I had to slow it up. But when you said no to having a man, I instantly sobered up because it's no way. If I was your bae, I'm letting you out the house alone. I'm giving curfews. Understand, I trust nothing. Most women love to be around the green like a close friend circle, but back to the story. Back to the story. Back to the story. Back to the story. Most women love to be around the green like a close friend circle, but back to the story. A few drinks and you waved to 3 of your friends telling them you think you found the perfect man, and to me I saw no lies. Intoxicated me smiled, waved, yelling over the music like, yes, I'm that guy. We made a toast. Hit the dance floor for 20 minutes. Lord knows I wanted to do the most. We hit a little two-step. I pulled you close. I trusted your big butt and smiled. This girl was poison, but I wanted a dose. And after a few minutes of small conversation over the speakers, I started to feel like your homie. I think I want to play the field and mob with you. The way you express how you were so sick of being lonely, and you know me, I believed it. Every word you spoke that night was telling my soul. You was thinking outside the box, and I was thinking about you outside your clothes. Is this fun for the night or a commitment for life? Who knows? You did. You played your cards perfectly just so I could feel that love. You already called spade. When you seen this diamond in the club, it's closing time. It's closing time. At this point in my head, I'm thinking I'd take your number, write a few good night messages while you travel home. Heard the record scratch when you said tonight, Solange, I don't want to be alone. I replied, babe, what that mean? Because I was ready for the invite with the most angelic, devious eyes. You said, come rock with you for the night. So I fist bumped my brothers. Told them that I'm leaving the spot. I gave them a few emergency contacts. Just in case they needed to drop, you waited by the exit. By then, I knew you was into me. Should I call us a lift? You laughed and passed me keys to your Infinity. Leather interior. Had me feeling like I took a seat in heaven, engine revving. With excitement, you told me to jump on Interstate 97. Now we cruising. Hand touching on my right thigh, I almost lose it. You said you want to devour my soul. I said, Goddess, you gonna have to prove it. I had to turn up the volume so I could keep focused on what I was doing. 5 minutes away and I couldn't wait to get you on my plate. Never had a one-night stand, but today would be the day. It was something about your foreplay. With every move you do, you letting me know I'm the one you want. Now you throwing it back. Like you received a gift that you didn't want, and days turned into months, and months almost into a year. I kept busting in your traumas when you were sucking out my fears, and hold on, y'all. I don't got too much time. Days turned into months, and months almost into a year. I kept busting in your traumas, and when you were sucking out my fears, and I was right where I wanted to be. Cause one night of fun for you turned into a lifetime for me. You see, it was the sex whenever I needed it. Fell in love with the way I was treated and more. Didn't know what anxiety was. Till that day you was drinking out my frustrations and I heard keys jingling at your front door. Now we both stuck. You said your husband was back in the city and now we both fucked. Little did you know I always keep something on a low tuck. You proved to me why I'd rather be single and never trust. Had me thinking I was scissor. And it was only us. Your husband shocked at what he see, reaching for his hip, ready to bust, and it's either him or me. This not an ultimatum. I just can't picture him killing me over what you took from him and gave to me. So I pointed my 4-5 right in his direction. Apologize for the fact that his wife is the one that misled him. The whole time I'm thinking I really don't even want to kill him. And then his wife, my bae, had the nerve to walk across the room and defended him. So I screamed death to my anxiety that you caused. I dug a hole in the front yard to get it buried because you always seem to let me down. Like carrying a child that's too heavy. You wasn't ready, but I'm ready. You had me on some Solange shit before you. I took 3 L's with only 1 W. I'm sick of your broken promises. This not making a lot of sense. Homeless niggas on busy highways, y'all. This not making a lot of sense. Went from working with each other and using common sense to coming home from a million places smelling like a lot of sense. And in the end, that storm you brought to me, I was able to weather. The vow said till death do y'all part, right? And now y'all could both die together. Headshot. I appreciate y'all.